Hey everybody, it's Rob Silas. Thank you so much for checking out our Meet the Founder video. So many times when I'm talking to clients, I tell them that the role I play for them is that of the Chief Data Translator. And what that means is that I take digital marketing, sales, and innovation data and using great analysis, translate it into those valuable insights, stories, and decisions that my clients can use to speed time to decision, to speed their time to impact, and to get to better results faster. That's the core of what we do. And the reason that we do it well is really because of three things. And three things based on my experience over the last 15 plus years in digital, over the last 30 years as a marketer. I started my career actually in market research. And as I started in market research and then kind of worked my way through into analyst roles, and then from analyst roles into marketing and product management, and then into more senior roles, I've run a digital agency. I was president COO for a digital agency for 5 years. I launched one of the first 5 certified Salesforce marketing cloud practices in the country that had great success for a major Salesforce integrator. This is my 3rd startup company. So what I'm trying to say in all that is I've sat in the chair. So when I talk about using data and insights and stories and decision support to get to better results, I'm able to have success because I've sat in the chair of not only the decision maker, but I've sat in the chair of the market researcher, and I've sat in the chair of the analyst. I work a lot still with analysts today, as well as with C-level. I've also sat in the chair of the consultant. So many, obviously, of my roles have been consulting roles, where I've sat across the table from a CMO, or from a VP of analytics, or even from an analyst team, and had conversation with them about how they're doing the reporting, how their data is structured, how they're getting to insights and stories and decisions, and helping them really understand process-wise how to do it in a more efficient way. So one of the reasons that we're successful is because I've had the ability and the good fortune to have sat in all those chairs. And I know that from an analyst perspective and from a reporting person's perspective, what it takes to create deliverables. I know from a C-level perspective and from a VP level perspective, from a strategist perspective, as a consumer of that data, I know what they're looking for. I know what they need to do their jobs, depending on what level they're at and what their roles are. I know what those needs are. So I can bring those perspectives together from the creator side as well as the consumer side and facilitate better communication, as well as really be more directional to help the creator side understand here's what the consumers are looking for, and the consumer side understand here's what the creators are thinking about, and here's the type of direction you need to give them to get the most valuable output for your benefit to help you make decisions. So I've sat in those chairs. The second thing is that I know that while this is based in data, it's not all about the data. That as especially as we're looking at decision making, there's a creative side to that. There's an intuitive side to that. And we totally understand that. So while we know that data is important, we know that we're not going to look at tons of corpuses of data for every decision that we need to make. We shouldn't do that. So not every decision requires a deep dive in data. We understand that. We have a process for helping you understand that. So you're doing your data deep dives for the right decisions. This helps you move faster. It helps you move more efficiently. We also know that as you're interpreting things and interpreting data, and we're talking about it in data stories, there's an emotional side, there's a creative side. You see on the website to the right of this video here, some of my different skills and dichotomies that I call them, right? And one of them is I'm a public address announcer for high school sports. So I love to create and entertain people, and I know that the communication of how we teach people how to communicate these insights and stories is so critically important. It's vital, especially when we're talking to more senior level audiences. So we understand that, yes, it's all about the data, but it's not always all about the data, that there's many creative elements of this and process sides of this where we may not always be using a ton of data for everything we're doing, and we need to help you understand the right ways to do that. And then finally, we know this is all about results, and that while we love to do great work around process and around analysis and around telling stories, if we're not helping you take those things and drive to better decisions and drive to better results, then we're not doing our job. So I want to make sure that for all of our clients, we understand that it's all about driving results, whether it's taking a startup product that's on life support and putting process in place around looking at targets and operationalizing that into the digital marketing teams and seeing a 5x growth in 6 months where we exceeded our annual targets, where 6 months before we thought that was a pipe dream. Those are the kind of results that we celebrate and that we love to put in place for all of our clients. So I hope this helps you understand a little bit about who we are. We would love to have more conversation with you around your data needs and insights and stories and decision needs, get your perspectives, understand really where you've had successes and not in the past, and where we might be able to help. There's a lot of great content on the website. Please check out the briefing room, which is our blog. We have packaged over 40 different consulting services in defined packages with processes and deliverables behind each one. Think of it as an analysis library with consulting on digital data maturity and how to do these things embedded with it. So we think that's a very unique approach. We'd encourage you to check out those services on our site. And again, reach out to me anytime. Would love to have the chance to talk with all of you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great day.